Welcome to another episode of Hard Lessons with Demel Hannah. I'm your host, Demel Hannah. The women in Stateville, oh Lord, Jesus Christ. The women in Stateville, man, the women in Stateville, man, Jesus Christ, man, Jesus Christ. You know, like I went to, let me see, Stateville. Okay, I went to 6 prisons. Y'all hear about them, but Stateville first. The women in Stateville were so like, bruh, sis, they was kind of like that. It was like you could hop, you could be like, what's up, bro? What's up, sis? That's how we talk, you know, with other black women and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit, sometimes that shit felt oppressive, but, you know, I guess it was like a dysfunctional family. Like, they worked in Stateville. Like back then, I don't know now, like they worked in Stateville. They didn't want to work there, but somehow they got jobs. Because Stateville is a maximum institution, but it's dominated with blacks. The staff is black, the administration was white, but the staff was black. Like, you know, like the wardens and stuff like that, the majors and stuff like that was white, but the staff was black, you know, and there was a lot of black women, a lot. I promise you, a lot, man. And that shit, I needed that shit probably. You know, when I first came down, I don't know how I would have been if I would have went to Menard first. Stateville helped, man, because I was able to, it helped, I'm gonna tell you, it helped me because it allowed me to continue to be myself, which was the charmer. The guy that's always trying to get around women, get up under women, get to know women. That's how I've always been. So from the county, it was women. I was able to do that, and then I was able to continue that through Joliet and Stateville. Prison is psychological. It is. Seeing women early on in my incarceration, I can say now, kept me always desiring and wanting women. It's guys that started out the same year as me, 97. But once we got to about 2007, 8, 10 years later, something happened to them in prison, whereas they didn't come in like that, but they became homosexual friendly. Promise you. I promise you. And I guys will tell you, like I never, you know, I called it the penis. I don't want to say it explicitly. So I used to tell people, I ain't the penis police. I'm not the penis police, you know, but I used to say D. You know, whatever you do with that's your business. You know what I'm saying? But I think I was able to develop that mentality and never, ever, because, you know, I remember one of my female friends, she asked me, like, you ain't never did that? And I didn't feel offended. I didn't, because you would think somebody that's been locked up as long as me, and I went in so young, that I would just be inclined. Nope. I was a hard motherfucker. I would have lost all respect. Guys, whatever respect guys had for me, if my name would have ever legitimately came up in any type of activity that is same sex, I couldn't have been able to do this and guys get in the comments and give me 100s and shit. You know, so I loved my name. I did. That's all you got in prison. That's it, man. And some guys, they name became very stained. And once your name becomes so stained, like you might, well, let me stay on course with the women. The women in Stateville, they was like the women off the block. They just worked in the joint. They was like the women off the block. They was cool as hell, man. And they like some of these women lost their jobs because they like guys that much. I'm not bullshitting you. They like guys that much that they lost their jobs. They did. They did, man. They either got fired because this guy, he talked to the wrong person and the wrong person told Internal Affairs, and Internal Affairs put her on an investigation, and they still did not take heed to that and start acting out of discretion with each other, and eventually they got caught and she fired and he got banked to another institution. That shit used to happen in Stateville regularly because you have a large population of black inmates and a large black staff population. And Latino, like, you know, you had, it wasn't, look, let me tell you, if a white guy was in Stateville moving, you know what I mean? He was either tied to a Latino gang or he was tied to a black gang. You know what I'm saying? He probably had some alliances with a black gang over time. He done moved shit for them. And he still, because when I got to Stateville, 99, 2000, 2001, it still wasn't no white guys down there like that. You know, white guys, they couldn't be in Stateville like that unless they was like plugged with either a Latino gang or a black gang, but they was just some stone cold killers. I promise you. Because it was very, it was kind of racially divided between Stateville and Menard. It was very racially divided. It was. Menard, white guys was down there deep. I'm going to talk about that. I went there. They was down there deep as hell, and they'd kill your ass just because you black. They would. They would. But it progressed to that. It progressed to that, but they would kill your ass. They would murder your ass. And so Stateville had a policy where they wasn't allowing, you know, no white guys do that like that. You know, they wasn't. But, so a lot of staff wasn't white. You know, a lot of the staff wasn't white. Not the staff. The administration was white, but the staff wasn't. You know, Stateville was a chocolate joint. That's what it was. It was a chocolate joint, man. It was. You know what I'm saying? And so the women, man, to me, you know, man, that's all I can do is clap, man. Cause shit, they helped me out. They helped me out, man. They helped me out a lot. They did. They gave me an armor. They gave me an armor because once I left Stateville, as I tell y'all later, I was never around black women like that. Ever. 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 Not ever, man. Ever. You know, for the next like 13 years after I left Stateville, I was never 13, 14. I was never around black women like that. So Stateville, the women in Stateville, like, tell y'all this counselor name is Dennis. Man, she was cool, man. Like everybody, like Miss Dennis was like Felicia on Friday, But, you know, in real life, Felicia look good. You know what I'm saying? They just had her looking like Felicia, but she Felicia on Friday, like, you hate to see her. But, cause she don't get nothing done, or she, you know, but she was a counselor. She don't get nothing done, but she a woman. So, you rather see a woman than a man. You know, that's how Miss Dennis was, for real. And, you know, man, she is the, guys love Miss Dennis. They did, though. Guys love Miss Dennis. They used to love seeing her, man, because Stateville was, man, you down there with all that time, man, and if you could open your eyes and you see a woman standing at the bars, talking about, you got any grievances? You know, I'll wake up and I'll be like, yeah, hold on. Yeah, I got some grievances. Yeah, hell yeah, I got some grievances. Yeah, hold on 1 second. And I get to the sink, you know, splash some water on my face or something, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Get my toothbrush, I'll be brushing my teeth back here like, hey, look, check this out. You know what I'm saying? And she'll be standing right there at the bars in her world clothes. You know, she used to be able to come in with world clothes on. So you had an idea how women was dressing, you know, and then these black women, so, you know, it was a few white women, they was young, they was like hip, you know what I'm saying? So Stateville kind of, the women kind of made me feel like I was locked up, but not really on everything, Joe. I knew I was locked up, but sometimes the women, man, they made me feel like it's all right, Joe. It's okay. They did, man. I don't know about nobody else, but the women in Stateville. My homie, he be on my page a lot. He go be in the comments, man. Walt G. You know what I'm saying? He was down there, man. He'll tell you, man, the women in Stateville, man, they made you feel like you was not locked up. They didn't. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, they just the smell of a woman. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, because you got 80 years. You got 80 years, man. So you wake up and see a woman standing right there, you be like, ooh. You know, you're thankful. You're thankful for something. For real. You know what I'm saying? You're thankful for something. You was. The women in Stateville, man, they helped me. They helped me through those years. Those years was rigorous. Those years was rigorous. You know what I'm saying? They was. I was a young guy. You know what I'm saying? I was developing, you know what I mean? But I had to develop behind bars. You know what I mean? So I'm like, damn, man. You know, and that's another psychological thing about prison. You know, when you go in young, you keep developing. But you got to develop behind bars. That shit is hard as hell. I don't even know how the hell I don't know, man. Now that I think about it, I was disciplined as hell. I don't know how. Because I was young and I wanted, I desired, you know what I mean? But you can't have, you know. Well, you can, you got to put in the work, you know. You probably could, you know, one of them officers, shit, you get around the right one, you know what I'm saying? You probably can get, you know, like I said, a few officers got fired. And they ain't get fired for bringing in Bibles. You feel me? You know, guys was in them spots making love to them women. You know, them women that got caught. You know, some of them got caught in the cell. You know what I'm saying? In the cell. I promise you, in the cell. Some of them even got caught trying to bring stuff in to guys. Some of them either just got caught because people have said they was bringing stuff in to guys, or the guys that they bringing the shit in, the internal affairs then squeeze their ass, put their ass under investigation and SEG and telling their ass what they gonna charge them with, contraband, and send them downstate. And they asked and told on the chicks. That didn't happen. That shit reverberated throughout the joint. Like, man, dude told on old girl. Motherfucker like, damn. Straight up, man. Shorty, he told on her. Motherfucker be like, yeah, Joe, that shit. Man, you be like, damn, she should have fucked with me. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, man. Hell yeah, guys and told on motherfuckers, man. Got motherfuckers fired and shit. All type of shit, man. Motherfuckers, they, you know, it was in Stateville. It was a case in 2003. A few officers got indicted by the federal government. The feds came in there. They caught one broad. They squeezed her and shit, made her start wearing a wire. You know, she took down shit, a nice couple motherfuckers. About 7, 8 motherfuckers was on that indictment. Motherfuckers got indicted that was in the joint. Inmates and shit got sent up out of there. Yeah, they had some shit going on. But man, the women in Stateville, man, that I ain't never been around no other women like that. Ever. Not ever. Not in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be different to even work in there. But they worked in there and man, a lot of them, you know, they remained themselves. They was cool as hell. Man, they was cool, Joe. I mean, I ain't saying they was cool because they did things for people. You know what I'm saying? They were just cool, shit. You know, they were just cool. I think they understood, like, these guys look like our brothers and cousins and uncles and fathers, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't be too hateful towards them, you know, so shit. Of course, and then there's an attraction now. It don't matter. You could be locked up. She could be working in the place. You know, it's the same thing. If a person is around you a lot, they go develop some type of feelings for you, because some type of curiosity, because they're around you a lot. So that's how guys was able to develop relationships with women. I knew like 70-80% of the women in Stateville. I knew them. They knew me too. You know what I'm saying? They knew me because I would make myself known to their ass. I would make myself known to their ass. You know what I'm saying? You know, I knew it was one lady. She was a sergeant when I first got down there in '99. You know, she was a badass. She was a sergeant. I ain't gonna say her name though, but homie them, I'll let them say it and shit in the comments. They know what I'm talking about. She was a badass though. She disrespected this guy, man. This guy knocked her ass the fuck out, man. She was a disrespectful motherfucker though. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was disrespectful. She thought she was tough. She was a sergeant. Dude knocked her ass out, stomped her ass out. She became a lieutenant. She still was disrespectful. You know, it was a few females down there like that in Stateville. They thought they was tough as hell, man. Cause they had them spots and shit. They had them spots within the staff. They had that rank. Cause they had either been working there a while, or they done got their ass whooped. And that's how it is in prison. If you're a staff member, if you get your ass whooped, you could take some ass whoopings. Hell yeah, they'll make you a sergeant, a lieutenant, a captain. Yeah, because you could take some ass whoopings. That mean, goddammit, for one, you ain't scared, and you an asshole. The system love assholes. The system love assholes. They do. You know, so, you know, you had those. You know, you had those down there in Stateville, but overall, the women down there, they was the shit. They was. They got me through a whole lot of shit. They taught me a whole lot of shit, too. And they helped me develop armor, you know what I'm saying, as I journeyed on through prison. I love the women in Stateville. I do, man. I fucking do. I do. You know what I'm saying? There was a couple assholes, but Jesus Christ, man. You know, that was some hard time down there, man. Them women down there made it easier. Yeah, the fuck they did.